This is Spray and Grow since 1982, and it has garden with products safe for people, plants, and pets, 100% guaranteed. And it's got free shipping, and we are outside with this beautiful Solo. Is it Solo what?
Bonfire.
Solo Stove is what it's called, Solo Stove. So, get amazing plants with our exclusive micronutrient and fertilizer. So I've been using this for 10 years, and I can say this, I don't get very many flowers from my hydrangeas unless I give it some of this organic Spray and Grow. And what I do is I just put a couple of teaspoons in a gallon and just water the flowers, the leaves. I don't put it on the soil because the leaves actually absorb it, the nutrients. So that's what I do, and I get really pretty flowers. If you want to look at some of my summer videos on my garden, especially the ones that are more recent. So the point of this is that my hydrangeas are not this big because they're in pots and they're just not going to be this big, but I do get a lot of flowers. And I do want to say that I need to fertilize starting this week, I guess, because it's the beginning of February. And there are a lot of sprayers and things like that. What I have done is, I have to admit, I haven't spent $131 on something to get to my pear tree when I can go to a place where they sell those water pistols that are, really, they unload a lot of water, and you're supposed to like play with them out in the yard. So I do that, and then I shoot it up as high as I want into a tree, and it gets to the top of the tree, and it usually is $5 or $10. I don't spend a lot on these kind of contraptions. So Spray and Grow, I have never bought any of these, and maybe they're better than what I use. But I do want to say this, if I come up with some money, I don't want to be free of rabbits, and I don't have a problem with deer because I have a big fence. But I do have squirrels, which are tree rats, and some people say that. And I do have cats that come into the yard, and I would like to keep the cats out of the yard because of the fence. I would love to keep the dogs out of the yard because 2 weeks ago a pit bull came into the yard and kind of frightened me. It didn't bark at me. It was silent and looked at me, and then it ran away. And, as far as animals eating my fruit and vegetables, mostly I think I have problems with bugs eating the kale, or June bugs and things like that. So anyway, I don't have deer, and I don't have very many rabbits, maybe one. I don't have any beaver or anything like that because of the fence and the area that I live. I might have a raccoon, and I definitely have an opossum, and I have seen snakes. So they have things for snakes. And I have at least 5 squirrels that just eat bird food. That's all they do. So I could buy this and I could try it. I probably will in the next year or two, because what I said about using Spray and Grow for my plants, one bottle of Spray and Grow will last more than 1 year, because even if I do it every week, it will. And so there are a lot of things with Spray and Grow that are deterrents more than anything else. And there are lots of organics and things for improving soil. I mean, it's really a very exciting book with lots of flowers and plants and organic ways to have great, soil, either for lime or for acid. And I don't know if you're bored with this, but I mean, it talks about micronutrients and goes into detail, and it has, you know, a comparison of what you could have for houseplants. And I do use something similar to Spray and Grow for my Aero garden. And they do have things for bugs. They do have stop the stink bug invasion and eradicate slugs and snails organically. And the Japanese beetles on contact. Well, that some people call the Japanese beetles kudzu bugs. But anyway, and then there are lots of worms like the hornworm that they have, you know, things for. And I can't put this on Facebook because Facebook, when it talks to people about products, they don't want anybody to endorse anything. And so people ask the same smart questions over and over again. And everybody just says, well, you can do this and this and this, but they can't really endorse anything. And they do have a few tools, like this tool right here. And for $23, and then you don't have to buy another one for maybe 10 years. It's not bad. And so, I mean, it's exciting to look at a book that helps you have more and better in your garden. Things to kill mosquitoes, ticks, fleas, and ants. Well, there's nobody who likes to have Lyme disease. And, you know, and it also kills mold and moss and lichens. And they've got things in here that are organic that, you know, can make a big difference. My geraniums usually aren't that humongous. That's pretty humongous. And they have tools and things that, you know, can help. Resources for vertical trellis kits. You know, that would be fun. And then they have groupings of things. See, I've bought this before. I spent, I believe, $150 on the one on the right. And I got a good kit, a good kit for very little money compared to what I would spend if I bought it individually. And like I said, it's lasted for years. And the last page really talks about the ultimate garden kit. Get everything on this page. And that would be really great. For $274, you get $311 worth of things in a garden tub. And it will last you for years, most of it. Well, all right then. I just thought I would talk about Spray and Grow. My older sister told me about it. I bought into it 1 year, and then when I ran out, I bought more. And so I hope that anybody who has a garden and is wondering about what to do with their garden, you know, to go online and look at this and think about it. And then if you try it, then, well, it does say it's guaranteed. All right.